Hi everyone, so today I want to show you my summer to fall autumn wardrobe. It's definitely starting to get hot here and maybe a little bit earlier than usual because I feel like usually it takes until August or so for it to get really hot and then it keeps going until like November. But no, this time it seems that summer is starting early, or maybe we're gonna have some periods of cold and hot. And that's the thing also with making wardrobes, at least in my case in this city. It really seems that even if it's summer, sometimes some days are really cold for summer anyway, and also in the winter or in cooler months sometimes we have a few days that are much warmer than you would think. So sometimes I have to take clothes from my other season's wardrobe, and of course a lot of my clothes overlap. In a lot of my clothes are suitable for all kinds of seasons, for all 4 seasons, and some are more specific, I guess, but even then, like I said, I have to take some from the other season's wardrobe. I feel like we don't see a lot of capsule wardrobes and generally minimalist stuff when it comes to alternative clothes or any kind of cute or edgy goth alternative stuff, and that's something that I want to see more of, so I'm gonna also make it myself. So starting with tops, this is the only one that I have hanging. The rest are just in the drawers. Not drawers, is it? No, it is called drawers. This just regular button down shirt with kind of a 3/4 or raglan sleeve, I think it's called, and it's really just a simple white button down. There's nothing really that special to it. As you can see, it just has a regular collar, and I think this is actually made of cotton or something. Now I don't remember, and the tag has all the lettering worn off, so I just don't know anymore. This one might be kind of weird to think of at first as a winter wardrobe thing, because of course this is a long skirt and a black one at that, of course, but it actually is made of wool, and it seems to me that wool, from what I know, it's pretty appropriate for all seasons because it tends to cool you down a little bit more in the warm weather, and it also keeps you warm in the cold weather. So yeah, this is one this is a pleated skirt, as you can probably see, and it's quite long. It reaches almost to my ankles, not quite to my ankles, kind of like mid calf. You have seen it before in some videos and some pictures before, because I've had this for a long time and I don't wear it as much as I should. I should have worn this more often in the winter, but I didn't go out that often. So this is a white skirt that I'm sure you have seen before, maybe, I don't know, but it's this kind of I wouldn't say translucent because it has a few layers going on, but it has some ruffles and lace, and it's a just really delicate kind of longish skirt, not as long as the previous one. It reaches just down to down the knee. So this is a pencil skirt, as you can see, and it's this really cool tone purple color. It's not as dark as I think it might seem in a video on the camera, but it is such a nice one, and it's silk. Actually, the inside is polyester or viscose or something, but or the lining is synthetic, but this is silk and it feels nice and it looks really nice. There's not a lot of things that I can wear this with. I can wear it with a black crop top or a tank top or something like that, and it looks really cool like that. This reaches down to the knees, or usually pencil skirts do. And yeah, I love how it tells you which side is the front. It actually says front right here, like in case you're confused about which side is the front. This is one that I'm sure you have seen on every single wardrobe video of mine because I love it and I love to wear it on every season, no matter what. And as you can see, it's kind of like it's a pinafore skirt, so it has the straps here cross here at the back in an X, and then the front has them straight like this, and it is really pretty. It again reaches the knees, and what I do think is kind of difficult or annoying about it is that it's kind of a dark color with red, you might be able to see, but it's not exactly black either. It's just like a nondescript dark color, which is almost like a purpley brown, and I think it might have been black, but it maybe faded with time. I bought it secondhand, so I don't really know what it used to look like when it was new, but it is a really nice, very good quality skirt, and I'm so glad I got it for a really cheap price secondhand. The only thing is that some of the buttons have come down, and I had to re-sew them on, but it's not too much of a big deal. The thing is, if you do lose the buttons, then you have to replace it with different looking ones, and that is kind of annoying, because it will never look that good if all the buttons look the same, but that's okay. I mean, who knows how long this has been going for, because again, I'm not the first owner, so who knows how long that other person had it for. But it seems to be great, and it has some red on it, so I like that I can potentially pair with some red things. But again, it's kind of hard to pair this with black stuff, even though it's a dark color, so I pretty much only go with white and maybe some red. So this dress is a purple dress. As you can see, it's also like this really cool toned purple, and it's this velvet material, and it has this cross here which cannot be removed. It's just gonna be there. It has straps as well, but they're kind of elastic straps, so I keep it hanging from these ones so that the elastic doesn't start to stretch and wear off. And it also has this lace trim. It seems like this is some sort of dupe version of a doll scale dress. I'm not sure, but it seems to be a dupe for that, and I'm saying that because it doesn't seem to be the original one. I bought it secondhand, so it's not like I'm, you know, supporting counterfeit or whatever. But it does seem good quality anyway. I mean, the lace doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look any worse than the real doll scale dress. So honestly, I think it's very nice. It's like a skater skirt dress kind of thing. It reaches right above the knees. And this can pretty much only be paired with white and black. Mostly because I just don't have a lot of stuff that's this exact color. Anything like tights or blouses or anything, I don't have anything very colorful there. And this is another dress that I have on every season, I'm pretty sure. This is a kind of 50s or 40s inspired vintage, maybe not quite so vintage dress. It is really cute. These are my usual colors, you know. I'm sure you can tell that it's black, white, and a little bit of red here on the trim. And I just think it's such a nice, very flattering cut on everything. And it has these false buttons here. It actually has a zipper on the back, and it has this really flattering cut on the waist, and also it has pockets. The pinafore skirt also has pockets, which is another pro for that. And yeah, I love to wear this. It's very comfortable and really nice for the summer actually. Even though it is a long dress, it is really lightweight and airy. And yeah, it's one of those things that I like it, especially because I don't have to wear tights with it or any blouse under it or anything, so it's really just one layer, which makes it really ideal for summer. This one is actually 2 items in one. Let me remove this. You have probably seen this dress before. It's just a white dress which has this kind of v-neck and some details here on the trim, some ruffle, and it is really nice and very appropriate for the summer. This is definitely like for the hottest days of the summer, and I think it's also cotton or something, so yeah, it is 100% cotton, so it is really just perfect for summer. Another thing is this corset, and I got this also secondhand on GOTRENDIER, and this is not really like a proper corset. It doesn't have something to really cinch in the waist, but I think it's really nice just for the way it looks at least. But it does have boning, by the way. It seems to have steel boning, at least these the basque and the back has, at least seems to have steel boning, and it is really pretty. It does look more like a lot like a traditional corset, and this looks really nice with over any white blouse or top, especially ones that look a bit more delicate. And it has kind of a sweetheart neckline, which I also love. And it came with some black lace in here, but I changed it for some white one, and it is really nice. It doesn't allow for a lot of cinching in, because again, it's almost like just, it pretty much only cinches in the chest. It doesn't really do much for the waist. It's probably my own measurements that do that, but it has this kind of fabric here to go basically over the hips, so it is kind of forgiving, but at the same time it isn't, because the parts that they press are kind of like right at the ribs, but then it leaves your hips with a lot of room, which is good. But I am planning to get more corsets, a proper one at least, in comparison to this one. So this is my coat slash dress. It's basically a coat that looks like a dress. It has the buttons here, as if it were a coat, but it also has the kind of the gathering of a skirt, if you will, so it's like a dress in a way. And most people tell me that this really looks more like a dress to them, but I feel like the fabric kind of feels a bit more like a coat. And yeah, I think this is just really nice and flattering. It reaches a little bit below the knees, or just at the knees, I think. And I guess I could wear this on its own, but I also like it for the summer, because at night, if you live in a desert, it actually is cold at night. So if I ever go out early in the morning or at night, I would want to have something like this. And this is actually quite lightweight and easy to carry in a large bag or a backpack. So this is better than other types of jackets that you could bring with you. And I also have these kind of cropped denim jacket, which I'm sure you have seen before. It's just this dark denim, and it has these buttons here that kind of look like, I don't know, it has these little jewels on it, which is cute. So you've already seen my band shirt collection, and like I've said before, I pretty much count it as one item, because it's kind of, like I said, a collection, and I also feel like they more or less have the same style. They have different cuts and different colors, but they have more or less the same style going on with them, and fairly similar ways to style them, so I consider them to be one item. I guess that could be considered cheating for some capsule wardrobe purists. But I have some of my other tops here. Oh, and by the way, I also have, this is one of them, one of my band shirts, of course, and this denim skirt that I'm sure you have seen several times before is also one of my summer wardrobe items. This off-shoulder top is another one for the summer, and it's really breezy, as you can see. These are also kind of inconvenient though, because they keep riding up, because this is elastic. And also you kind of have to make sure to wear the right bra with it. I don't really ever bother to wear a strapless bra with this stuff. I just wear the pink one, which kind of, it's a little bit close to my skin tone, and I just think that's kind of whatever. And I also tend to wear this with dresses or underskirts or underdresses that have straps anyway, so it tends to not really matter anyway. One thing that is really new is this kind of mesh net top, and it fits me a little bit tighter than I expected it to, but it is really nice and kind of like, you know, it gives this really obvious, I guess, edgy or goth look to some of the stuff that I have. I like to wear this with goth band shirts, things like that. This is the kind of top that looks really nice with that pencil skirt, that purple one. It's kind of cropped. It reaches me to about as much as this top, and it has this square neckline, which is really nice and flattering on me, and it also has the long sleeves. So and I like to usually have my arms more or less covered if I can help it. And this one is also an off-shoulder shirt that I'm sure you've seen us as well several times. in other capsule videos, and this is kind of a velvet fabric, and it has a shorter sleeve. This one has not that much of an issue with keeping itself down. I think the elastic is just stronger, so it doesn't ride up as much. And it's also really nice with that same pencil skirt. It is really nice with it, especially with like a choker or something like that. This type of shoulder tops look really good with chokers and like really bold necklaces. And this is a vest that has some spikes on the shoulders, and I've also shown it before. Most of these I have shown in this channel more than once, and yeah, I like the idea of this one, I feel, more than I like the execution, because it's a little bit boxy and shapeless, but it looks nice with certain outfits. This is another vest that I unfortunately haven't ever worn. I just haven't found the right way to wear this to pair with something, but I really want to because it is so pretty and I haven't seen something like this before. It has flower buttons which are purple, and you know, I feel like maybe I should find some way to wear this, especially given that it's purple, with one of my purple clothes, but even that seems a little odd because I feel like the cut and the style of those don't really fit with this vest. But I'll see what happens with it because I don't really want to get rid of it. This is just a regular t-shirt that I got at a local boutique a while ago, and it has the Great Wave of Kanagawa, I think, yeah, the same one that's on my sticker right there. It's probably my most normal, like regular white t-shirt that I have. I actually have the same version in this kind of muted blue color, and I think both are actually quite appropriate for the summer. And the sweater that I have for this season is this was gifted to me by my best friend. It has this almost lace detail in the front. The print is kind of in velvet and the rest is in this mesh or tulle lace, and it has buttons and everything. It's just a regular cardigan at the back. Oh, actually this one was given to me by her as well. This is just a regular button down, black button down shirt, except that it's sheer. It's very sheer, and it's really nice to wear under dresses, strap dresses especially, or anything like that, or under a strappy top, kind of like this one, for example. This one, which I also have here, it's inside out. Okay, this one has this v-neck kind of, and it's also strappy, as you can see, very thin straps. I've actually had to re-sew them because they're so thin that they easily kind of wear away, and it's a very nice kind of satin finish with a floral print, and it looks really nice in combination with solid colors. And I still have that corset, quote unquote, that I wore with that for that pirate outfit, which, as you can see, has lacing here, and then it has kind of brass straps on the back, and it's like this spandex type of material, but it has some boning, which I think might be plastic or something, I'm not sure, but it doesn't feel too terrible. It's really just for decoration anyway, and it does look really nice over clothes. This is a long flowy skirt. It's kind of an A-line skirt. It reaches a little bit right below my knees, and as you can see, it's just really flowy. This is a more or less recent thing, and it's a corduroy pink corduroy skirt, and it's a little bit large on me, so I usually wear it with a belt because it does have loops, and I like the color a lot. It's like a fuchsia, darker fuchsia color, and it goes very well with my black Barbie shirt or anything that has pink on it. Any band shirt that has some pink on it. I also have this long kind of pencil skirt, which has a little bit of a slit at the back, as usually long pencil skirts do. And I think it is also wool, or it's made of some other natural fiber. and it also has some kind of polyester or viscose lining. And the first time I got it, I remember that for a few months I didn't wear it at all, but then I started to figure out how it actually looks really good with a lot of the stuff that I own. And I worn a lot of and I've actually worn it with a lot of stuff in my channel before, and it looks really nice, kind of like a 50s vibe. And this one is just my good old trusty red velvet skirts. This has been with me for probably 7 years or something like that, and it's still going strong. I got it at Topshop, and yeah, I mean, it says it's made in the UK, but I mean, who knows. But yeah, this is amazing. I love how it fits me. I know that skater skirts are kind of out of fashion right now, but I really just wear whatever I want. And I feel like when you wear something alternative, I'm sure I've said this before, but I feel like it's kind of hard to position alternative styles into trendy or not trendy or classic, because they're just kind of a thing of their own, you know. That's kind of what makes them alternative. And this is one that I've considered getting rid of over and over, but I don't, mostly because it's just a black pencil skirt. When I bought it, I figured that I would wear it often because it's a classic piece and stuff like that, but I never wear it. It doesn't really look that interesting with anything I wear. I was kind of thinking of keeping it for making another version of my, or I guess an updated version of my trying to have like a trad goth type of outfit, but kind of updated version with this one, which I guess that would be good for, but I feel like I would only keep it for that, so we'll see what I do with that after that. And another one is this wool skirt. Again, wool I think is nice regardless of the season, and it's a knee-length skirt, so it's not too it's really not that long for the winter, for the summer anyway, and it has a lot of colors, or at least a few colors that I can easily pair with a lot of different things I have in my wardrobe, because again, these are the main colors that I have in my wardrobe. It's like white, black, red, and some gray, so it's actually perfect for me. So this is one of the pairs of shoes that I bought more or less recently. As you can see, they are black sandals, and they don't have too high of a heel. It's like maybe 2 inches or something, and they are really comfortable. They have kind of these gold-ish studs on them, which, you know, give it, I think they kind of make it so that they're not too plain, like plain strappy sandals, you know. I like them to have a little bit of something interesting. And these are also more or less recent ones. These I got on Christmas of last year, so the latest Christmas, and they also have short heels and a rounded toe. They're really just regular pumps, I would say. They're a little bit big on me, which is why I have those insoles and the heel things here. So yeah, but these are nice for formal occasions, especially because they go with everything. I also have these white sandals, and I feel like I do need white sandals because some of my summer clothes really would only look good with them, like this white dress and white long skirt. They would only look good with white sandals. The black ones would look a little bit weird, I feel. And these are, you know, I feel like these are nondescript enough to the point where they don't have to be, they don't really look too trendy, or they don't really look too classic and obvious and formal. And these are probably the weirdest pair that I have, and I think not my newest, but my I think second to newest pair that I own, that I got, I guess. I actually got this from a Facebook trade, and it's really interesting. I wasn't necessarily looking for them, but when I saw them, I was like, I kind of want them. They're kind of this hot pink color, and they're Vans with the Hello Kitty face over them, all over them. And honestly, I'm not sure how many ways I have to pair this with, how many ways I have to style them, but I mean, I don't have any other sneakers, so I'm sure I will have to wear them at some point. Plus I do have some pink clothes that they could go with. So yeah, they are pretty interesting one. And of course I still have my Rockport shoes that I show on every single capsule wardrobe because these are amazing for everything, and they do look kind of beat up. They need a little bit of maintenance, but they are so comfortable and amazing, and they go with a lot of different outfits. Most of the ones that I have really do go well with these. They are by far my most worn item in my wardrobe. So yeah, that is my wardrobe for the summer and autumn. I hope you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful in some way, and I'll see you in the next one.